Hey coworkers, welcome back to the channel. My name is Zhara-Marie and I'm an online business manager helping online businesses increase their profit, productivity, and peace of mind through seamless systems, project management, and team management. Now, in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about maternity leave for entrepreneurs, and we're going to talk about what makes a very good maternity leave plan. But before we dive in, I want to mention that you did miss our Baby Proof Business Masterclass on May 8th, and it was absolutely amazing. But don't worry, you can still catch the replay. I've left it in the description box below. Go ahead and catch that replay. And if you have any follow-up questions, feel free to send me an email. So we're talking today about what makes a good maternity leave plan. Now, some of the maternity leave plans that my quick action takers submitted, because if you purchase the maternity leave within the maternity leave toolkit within the first 24 hours of launching, I did maternity leave plan reviews, and I could spot what were the good ones and the ones that were not so good that need a little bit more implementation from me. So whether you're already expecting or you're just planning ahead, you're 2-3 years out, understanding these key elements is going to help you to ensure that you're on a good trajectory. So let's get right into it. Firstly, we need to be honest about the timeline that we're working with. You have to be realistic, because sometimes when we're not realistic, we have a fairy tale idea of what things are supposed to look like and where we are. So as I said before, whether you're already pregnant or you're planning way in advance, you need to just make sure that you know the time that you're working with. And a good example of this is if you're 2-3 years in advance, there are certain decisions that you're going to make. There are certain things that you can shift around. So for example, if you have a business model that you know is just not set up currently for you to step out, then if you're 2-3 years in advance, you can shift that model. You can start thinking about productivizing your model. You can start thinking about agentifying your model, like bringing people in and setting up SOPs to let them work. But if you're 2 or 3 weeks out, oh honey, that horse has gone through the gate and you might not be able to shift right away. Your plans need to be structured a little bit differently. So if you are already pregnant, then you're going to be thinking about things like, okay, how am I going to communicate this to my clients? How will this plan help me to launch in a way that makes that seamless and feels good for me? Who are the people who I can lean on, who I can subcontract all the work to? And those are the decisions that you'll have to make. So the timeline is very important. And I think honesty about what you can deal with, especially when you're already pregnant, is going to be very important, because most times women don't know who they are as a pregnant woman, and the decisions that we make are the decisions, well, me not pregnant, okay, don't even get it twisted, but the decisions that we make as women when we're going through hormonal changes, we're two separate people, right? So always prepare for the worst case scenario. Prepare for what this will look like when you're tired, when you're emotional, when you just don't have no energy, when you're unmotivated. We want to prepare for the worst case scenario as much as possible. Secondly, you have to prioritize your personal and your business needs. And it's what we called harmony. I love when they do this in the video. But truthfully, remember that you are running a business, and most people who are watching this are going to be running very lifestyle focused businesses. And what that means is that it really was built around how you want to live and how you want to continue working, right? So you have to prioritize your personal needs and operational needs. What can continue, what's non-negotiable, what can you delegate, and then we're going to tailor the plan to address those. That's going to be super duper important, because you may end up finding that there are some things that you just can't delegate based on how your program is structured, right? Or your service is structured. So I have a client who went on maternity leave, and there was one thing in her business that she could not delegate because it was super tight to her. There was nobody who could implement it in the short space of time that we had. had. She just didn't have the capacity to train somebody else. So that person would have to come in and just be ready. And in order for her to deliver that service, it took a decade of learning, of understanding, of working with other people for her to get that service together. She was an attorney and she had a super specialized way in which she served her clients. One of those ways being her in-person consultations and her review of the brand, right? Now, while those things, and it was also specific to where she was living. Now, obviously, if she's on maternity leave and the people are coming for her, she can't do that, right? So she just cut off in-person consultations. And then she outsourced virtual consultations to an attorney who could do them from anywhere, right? And her clients knew that for the 3 months that she wasn't accepting, they were okay not having in-person consultation. That's fine. I'm also preparing another client now. Obviously, I can't tell you her entire business because you can't pick up his who. But I'm preparing another client for maternity leave in the next 2 years. So we have a good leeway. And she has a particular offer that she feels super passionate about, right? And she's like, I know that we can delegate a lot of things. I know that we can create SOPs for a lot of things, but this particular thing, I don't even know if I want to delegate this in my business. So what we're doing, what are we doing? We're moving her programs from year-long programs to having them shaped around cohorts that make sure that as soon as we know that she's pregnant, then we'll make sure that that cohort ends just in time. So then there's a cohort break in between when the 3 or 4 months that she wants to take off and when the next program starts. So just like that, because we know what her personal needs are, then we can structure her operational needs around that. And you won't know unless you do an assessment of breaking down your desires and your needs, which is step 1 in the maternity leave toolkit. And since we're talking about the maternity leave toolkit, it is available for sale and you can get it in the description box below. The maternity leave toolkit is amazing. It is structured to help you to plan your maternity leave from start to finish, whether you are 2-3 years out or whether you are already pregnant. It comes with worksheets, it comes with small videos, short videos that are digestible. It comes with a private podcast just in case you're on the run and you don't want to sit and watch a video but you want to listen to it when you're doing chores. It also comes with a personal chat bot that helps you to input all of your finances and then it helps you to construct a financial plan. And if I may say so myself, it is an absolutely amazing product. And if you're in the market for some type of maternity leave guidance, you do not want this to miss you. All right, moving on. Thirdly, we'll also have to put things in place to ensure that the service, or if you're selling products, that the delivery of that continues. Because if you don't have a plan to make sure that it continues, then what will end up happening is that your business will shut down, clients won't get served, clients won't repeat, and when you come back, you have to start from scratch. This is a situation that not always happens, but happens a lot of times because we can't think of anything to have continuity of service or continuity of delivery of the product, it stops and we're off for a few months, and then when you come back, you've lost all that momentum and you have to start from scratch. So we'll have to figure out a way in which this type of service can continue. Are you going to automate some things? Remember we spoke earlier about delegating things, structuring it around the break, just making sure that there are things in place and the adjustments are in place for how this service will continue to get delivered. Now, one of the other things that I always like to say is that you stepping out shouldn't affect any of the people who you're serving to the extent that they are not satisfied with your product. Right? So if you're stepping out, and I'm pretty sure that most of you are working with people who you love and appreciate and they have understanding, of course things might change a little bit and we have communication guidelines around that, but it shouldn't impact your delivery and it shouldn't impact their situation. So what they paid for shouldn't have been impacted, and also what their expectations are shouldn't have been impacted either. Fourthly, in that planning phase of the maternity leave toolkit. So remember, we have 4 phases. We have breaking down your desires, adjusting your business, and then of course building out your plan. You have to structure action plan. And then a good maternity leave plan looks like having that action plan where everything is clear. Now, one of the issues I found when I was reviewing these maternity leave plans that my clients, maternity leave people, I'm gonna call them again. So one of the things I found out when I was reviewing the maternity leave that the purchasers of the toolkit submitted, the quick action takers, I realized that the maternity leave action plan that they have, the building out of the CEO optional plan, there were gaps in terms of where we're going to be getting information from, who will be doing all of the things that need to get done, and clarity in what will happen to content. I think those were the three main areas. So where we're getting information from, who will be doing it, and then clarity in content. As relates to where we're getting information from, I think it would have to be backtracked from step 2 of the maternity leave plan, which is the adjusting of the business. And before we can build out a plan, you need a knowledge base, right? You need SOPs and you need policies. Now, I completely understand that sometimes, because you started planning the maternity leave a little bit later and you never got the opportunity to build out any knowledge base and there is no where, then it kind of feels a little bit difficult to now think of the where when, baby might come anytime soon. However, one of the key things that I've said when I was giving reviews is that your where will look different based on where you are in the journey. I know that kind of sounds a little bit flustered, but based on where you are in your journey, your where will look different. You might not have a fully built out SOP bank. However, there are some key SOPs that are going to be necessary to get you to the next step. So that is not something I can tell you. But in that action plan, I want you to look at your business. What are the key things that you think will help you to keep it running for 2-3 months? I like to keep it about 3 months because I think 3 months is kind of what worldwide is an average. In some countries, you get up to a year. I think I would love to have a 6-month maternity leave. So whenever I talk to my clients, I like talking about like a 3 months completely off, and then the other 3 months you're kind of like part-time. That's in my world what an ideal will look like, but for every culture, for every context, it's going to look different. But what will that look like? What are some of the key components? For my business, I know that I'm going to need somebody to help with delivery, right? So because I have OBM clients, so I would look at what do I do to help deliver, and I would sit down one evening and I would think about how can I build a little delivery catalog, and just maybe talk to Loom about it, and then allow ChatGPT to give me a playbook so that somebody can come in and help to deliver my clients. If nothing else is done, I need delivery, I need inbox, and I won't need calendar, I would need delivery and inbox. Yeah. So those two, that's it. And I could maintain my business for 3 months being off. Delivery including how I'm talking to my clients, and then inbox. I personally don't need a content plan because my contracts are usually tied in and I have long-term clients. So 6 months to a year, my average time is 6 months. So my clients usually stay with me for 6 months. So at that time, I would know that really I don't need to push content because I'm not advertiser. I'm not really advertising right now. And those are the two that I would focus on, right? So anyways, I know I went around the world, but I wanted to show you exactly how that would look for somebody. And then for somebody who is all the way out, you have a lot of time to create that structured plan. And then the final thing that I'll talk about in what makes a really great maternity leave plan is understanding your finances. Now, in the maternity leave toolkit, there's a chat bot, there's a ChatGPT bot that helps you with that. But even with the bot, it's up to you to know your numbers. You need to know your numbers, and you also need to know what your baseline is. How much do you want to continue to pay yourself? How much do you need to keep the business afloat? And how much do you need? Yeah, that's it. So how much you need to pay yourself and how much you need to keep the business afloat. That's it. So figure that out, and when you figure that out, you'll now learn how to manage your expenses, either coming up to the leave, and then also what it will look like during that period, and who will be in charge of it, who will be paying the bills, who will be swiping the card, who will be paying the contractors, who will be paying for the ads. If something fails, who gets all those conversations? You know what you need? You need, during those times, a maternity leave OBM. And of course, I have a team of them, okay? Yes, I know. I have all the things. I know this is a space for maternity leave planning for entrepreneurs. We have the toolkit, you can do it yourself. We have the VIP week, you can allow us to plan it for you. And we have maternity leave OBMs who just manage your business until you come back. And they are very, very effective because I train them. So period, point blank. And honestly, like, even though all my offers just came into this video very seamlessly and very efficiently, I never even planned this. Like, when I look, there's nothing on the video script about talking about these offers, but they are just so great for somebody who's in their maternity leave era, whether it be down the line or it be no. It's just all here. This is your one-stop shop. But yeah, anyways, those are the key components. Oh wait, I didn't talk about your reintegration plan. So of course, a good maternity leave has to have a reintegration plan. So that would be the sixth thing that I talk about. What will that look like coming into work? There's so many different ways to come in. Some people want to come back in cold turkey. Some people want to give their coming in date publicly and then coming in a week earlier to kind of streamline things. Some people want to come in part-time for a few months. There's so many ways to do it. Think about it, be strategic about it, and of course, communicate that to your clients and communicate that to your team. Trust me, it's not something to be fearful about. I think opening the space for more conversations like these is going to be so life-changing for us as female entrepreneurs. It's something that I love talking about. So if you have anything that you'd want to add to this conversation, feel free to leave that in the comments down below. And I wish for you all the best in your planning, whether you pull the toolkit or you do not. Like, you can use this video and just learn everything that you need to know, whichever direction you decide to go. I wish you all the best. Use these tips to start, use these tips to scribble in your journal, and always send me a DM at ZTheOBM and let's get connected. Don't forget to check out the replay of the Baby Proof Business Masterclass for a much more in-depth introduction to the BABY framework. And of course, if you need personalized help, you know where to find me. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.